Hi, this is Dr. Greg Oliver. Welcome again to Fat Doctor TV. Well, the other day we talked a little bit about the physical or the physiologic process of our bodies and what things might get in the way of helping us to lose weight. Now, I have lots of patients that have tried everything and they come to me and say, Doctor, I just can't lose weight. And of course, they've been ridiculed by a lot of people, friends, family, other physicians who've told them, well, you just got to cut back, you got to exercise, you're not disciplined, you're not able to stay on a diet program, you just love to eat sweets and things like that. The truth is there are certain physiologic things going on in this person's body. What I tell them, the first thing they need to do is have an analysis done to find out, is this purely a lifestyle process or problem? Because sometimes it is a lifestyle problem. But typically if someone's got 70 or 100 or more pounds to lose, there's something more going on there than just a bad lifestyle, that they're just throwing care to the wind and eating too much and sitting on the couch all day. Certainly those kind of things contribute, but there's probably something more going on. Now, it's important that you find a physician or a healthcare provider who will look deeply into this problem and survey many things. A lot of times for a health screening, we'll do a blood count and a chemistry panel, which looks at your organ functions, such as your liver and kidneys. We'll check your blood sugar, your lipids or cholesterols and fats. Maybe get a thyroid screen, which I call a TSH, some things like that. But that's about the limit of it, a urine test, maybe an EKG. And if all those come back normal, the physician or healthcare provider says, hey, you're fine, there's nothing wrong with you. And that's not really true. Those are some basic screens that give us an idea or just a snapshot maybe of what's going on in your body, but you really have to drill down deeper, especially in someone who really is having difficulty losing weight. The first thing is thyroid. The TSH is a great test. It measures a biofeedback process from the brain to the thyroid. We talked about this the other day, but you've really got to dig deeper and look at the actual hormones, the T3, free T3 we call it, that's the active hormone, total T4 or free T4, which is what we produce, much weaker type hormone, which is converted to the active form. And then I even measure what's called the thyroglobulin antibodies to see if the person has any kind of immune system issues where the thyroid is being attacked, and also a reverse T3, because sometimes we convert our T4 over into the wrong type of T3, which is not active. And so just getting a TSH, that may be in the normal range, but all the other hormones are not working right. Look at adrenal fatigue. Now, I used to not think this was appropriate, but we live in a high stressful situation and a high stressful environment. If you have a job, you're stressed. If you have kids, you're stressed. If you're in a relationship, you're probably stressed. If you've got bills to pay, you're stressed. If you live in America in 2011 with the economy like it is, you're kind of stressed. And there's always too much to do. That's just our lifestyle now. Well, if you're living in that stress, you're always pumping out adrenal gland hormones, and you may become depleted. You need support of the adrenals, and I think that you should have some cortisol levels measured. That is hormone that is produced by the adrenal glands to see where you're at, get an idea of that. The other thing is hormone balance. For women especially, progesterone and estrogen need to be evaluated. And it's a cyclical issue in women, we know. Women go through monthly cycles of their hormones, and we know that that can affect your metabolism. As those hormones change just before your period, a lot of times the metabolism will drop. Women will gain a tremendous amount of both water weight, but also it's easy to gain fat weight during that time. So for women, it's very important to look at the balance of the hormones and make sure that those are in a nice cyclical pattern. And even if they are, you may need to have some support for that. Men, certainly testosterone, and women too, need to be evaluated, because testosterone is what we call an anabolic steroid hormone or sex hormone, which increases our metabolic rate, increases our muscle mass, and helps us to burn those calories. And of course, every woman knows that, of course, the men lose weight faster than the women, and that's because of their muscle mass, and a lot of that's because of their testosterone levels. So it's important even for women to have those testosterones measured. When we're hungry in our body, our stomach and small intestines and fat tissues produce certain chemicals, or we can call those hormones too, because they affect the rest of our body. And let me give you some new terms here today. One of the hormones that's produced, especially if our stomach is empty, is ghrelin, G-H-R-E-L-I-N. So you might want to look that up and study that a little bit, ghrelin. And so when we're hungry, we produce ghrelin. It stimulates our brain to say, hey, I need to eat something. Now, on the other end, when we're full or we're getting full, our body produces leptin, L-E-P-T-I-N, and leptin kind of gives us that feeling of satiety, like we're full, we've had enough. Now, a lot of research is going on with ghrelin and leptin these days because we think that those hormones may play a huge role in deciding if we're going to be thin or we're going to be fat. And imbalances in those, the inability to produce those properly, production of too much of one or the other, certainly plays a huge role in how our size is, how much weight we carry. So as more information comes out on those, certainly we'll be getting that to you. But certainly it's worth looking that up, Googling those, and checking it out for yourself. There are many pharmaceutical companies that are trying to find the magic pill that would work on ghrelin or leptin or these other types of hormones and neuropeptides in the body that tend to work on our hunger. The other thing that happens is a lot of people say, well, I'm really hungry. And there are false hunger signals that occur. Some of the hunger signals can just be habit. If you eat at a certain time every day and suddenly you miss that meal, the brain's going to say, we should be eating right now. And that's a driver to try to make you eat, even though you may not need the calories at that point. So habit is certainly one of those. Our senses, if we smell good food, it will drive us to try and want to eat. Even if we just ate. So that happens a lot of times, especially with, you'll have a meal and then if you're somewhere and you smell fresh baked cookies or some kind of baked good, you'll think, I really need to eat again. And that's a very typical process that occurs. And then on cyclical processes where our body feels hungry at certain times, and you may feel your stomach rolling or growling or acid being produced, and those something is signaling that to make you feel hungry. But the truth of the matter is, you probably really don't need to eat again. Now, I'm a big proponent of eating small meals every 2.5 to 3 hours, getting the calories in throughout the day, and if you do that, certainly your body should not be sending those false signals. But the truth is, it still does, even if you've just eaten those things. And you have to learn what signals are false and what signals are really true, when you really need calories and when you really don't. And so getting with a nutritionist or getting with your doctor certainly can help you in that aspect. So what I'm telling you today is there are a lot of physical things that go on in our body, and it's very important that you get with your doctor and figure these things out. And if your doctor just says, you know, we ran the test, you're healthy, you're fine, just cut back on the calories, exercise more, you'll be fine, and you've really struggled with the weight loss, then maybe time to find a physician who specializes in bariatrics and weight management to see if in fact you can get the answers to these issues and at least get moving in the right direction to get healthy, okay? And if you have questions or are looking for that kind of doctor, give us a jingle here at our website, send us an email or comment, and we'll be glad to get you some information on that. So for now, this is Dr. Greg Oliver at Fat Doctor TV. We'll have much more information coming down the road. I hope you're enjoying my coaches and our new addition, Morgan with the Skinny, and let us know how you like those and the information you're getting on that. Have a great day. We'll be talking to you real soon. I hope to see less of you next time. Have a great day.